Hello there.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayégun dáyàrí ayégun nọ́mbà wá. Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayégun dáyàrí ayégun.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Lórí YouTube. Ayégun dáyàrí ayégun nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Máyégún dáyàrí ayégun nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú.
Ẹ kú rọ́jú ti President Regret. Kọlu. Share this broadcast.
Máyégún dáyàrí ayégun nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún dáyàrí ayégun nọ́mbà wá. Máyégún dáyàrí politico. Máyégún dáyàrí ayégun.
Thank you so much for joining me. By the way, I know that many of you are in seriously, you are moody right now. I am actually here to cheer you up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cheer you up or so, right? But I'll try my best, right? Share this broadcast. It is going to be interesting, as usual.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Thank you.
Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé.
Let me give you one caveat. Number one, the Muslim ticket has been pushed, and that is the government you have, right? The tribal brickbats, vile, and then vile messages that you have been sending to yourselves. There's something I need to tell you. Politicians have gotten what they wanted. It was, according to some of you, it was a fight between the old order and the new order. So, the old order won. So, whatever your mood is right now, whether you are happy, gloating, and mocking people, laughing, and the rest of that, especially some of you are going to come onto Mayegun's Diary Political to publicly masturbate over this. You wank over it. Mayegun, we told you, Oju abo. Oju e ma bo. Ashiwaju na your papa, na your this and that. Listen. And to some of you as well who are here, so sad, unhappy, and somehow confused. What is going to happen now? Mayegun, what do you think is going to happen now? Is the international community going to... Listen, calm down. All of you are going to be all right. That's one thing I can assure you. Everybody's going to be fine. Within a week, all of you are going to go back to your normal lives. The reality will settle in. Those who supported them and those who are against them, everybody will begin to figure out how they are going to do their lives. But here is something you have to remember. Whether you think you supported party A or B because of a Christianity or because of a Muslim, whether you are a Muslim right now, because I have been reading everywhere now, they are already saying, may everything settle down first. Those Christians will try to challenge them in the northern Nigeria. They will show them. They have started posting them on social media. We will show them jihad. May this thing settle down first. And we have also seen those who are like the Lagos Abobakus. Yes, we have to make sure that all the Igbos leave Yoruba land. All of you should calm down. Okay? Your leaders that pitted you against yourselves so far, for those who are religious among you, all of these politicians don't believe in any religion to start with. For those of you who believe or supported or defending them because of your tribe or ethnic, none of them give a damn about your ethnic or tribe. What they wanted is power, and they will do anything and everything to get it. So if you want to wank over this, if you want to smile and laugh, if you want to go hysterical over this, you are free. Enjoy it. It won't be your first time. In 2015, it was not just in Nigeria that people were celebrating. Even though this one is like gloomy blanket over the entire country, Abi, a lot of you right now are just like, man, God damn it. Go kill your papa. Now go kill you. All of you will be my friend. Where they support APC. Man, no see your papa. All of you, calm down. You know why you should? Because what is actually coming after this is bigger than all your gloating and all your laughing and all your everything. Just like people were dancing, jumping, mocking themselves in 2015. In fact, it was actually like a global carnival because they have elected somebody that was going to change their life for the better. They voted for change. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years after, the story has changed. But here is one thing that we can start with. In 2015 in Ojota, after the amalgamation of strange bedfellows that sold you different lies, after they were declared winner, just like now, Ojota that day, 8 years ago. It's a reminder, we haven't started the program yet. That was 8 years ago. Then 8 years after, this is the mood.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Má sọ Yorùbá. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lu yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyìnbó kò ṣe sọ. Ṣé ìlú lé? Fún wa lówó wa, ànáwó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó èmi kọ́ lè.
That is the reality. So when you are out of that your bubble, okay, you go back to that reality because nothing is new. But about 410 days ago, after hearing the rumor that they were plotting to get rid of him from contesting or running to become president under APC, his own party, Tinubu ran back from London back to Nigeria and straight into Bokwari's office in Abuja in the Aso Rock. And he said, on his way back out of that office, he addressed the media just about 410 days ago. He said, yeah, it's true.
I can answer that with categorical yes. I've informed the president of my intention, but I've not informed the Nigerians yet. I'm still consulting. And I have no problem consulting and I've not set a parameter of limitation to the extent of how many people will I consult. You will soon hear, all you want to hear is a categorical declaration. You've gotten that truth from me that I've informed the Mr. President of my ambition. And you don't expect more answers than that.
So that was about a year ago. In January 2022, that immediately made that announcement that opened floodgates of all you need to know about Kalu, including his health. Then came a time to choose his running mate, and he chose Chetima, a Boko Haram sympathizer, a verified Igbo hater, like in the gene. I'm saying all of this not because I want to, you know what I mean? I want to make you feel like they are evil or something. No, they are actually that evil. Or probably you are saying this because you don't like them. If I say anything that you think is wrong, I may probably say things that are pretty much harsh or say things in a harsher way. That doesn't make them wrong. There are facts to back all of this. Right? Now they're actually thrown everybody off the whole edge. What? Muslim ticket. You will further divide this country. You will further make, because in 7.5 years, everybody agreed that Nigeria has never been this divided. Nigeria has never been this terrorized, traumatized. And the monumental corruption that you are witnessing today has never been witnessed in the history of Nigeria's corruption history. But guess what? They don't care. How could they do this? But it was deliberate. It wasn't because they wanted the Muslims to vote for them. No. Or maybe just to show the strength between the Muslims and even though some of you are currently saying Islam has won. How many of you were jubilating that time when the whole campaign in 2015 was about the reasons why you have terrorism in northern Nigeria was because a Southerner was your president and there was a plot to reduce your population so that Southern Nigeria can become more than you? How many of you bought that? How many of you bought the idea that because the reason why you are being terrorized up north or suffering from poverty was because an infidel is in charge of Nigeria? Islam and tribe or ethnic played a bigger role in 2015. How did that end, or how is that going? It simply means that you haven't learned anything. More northerners have been killed or kidnapped in the 7.5 years of APC. More northerners have been impoverished. A lot of them are living in refugee camps today, more than they were in 2015, because the people only wanted power. They were not interested in everything they told you. Just as it was, so it is, so it will be. But again, enjoy your gloating, the momentary kind of hysteria or something. Enjoy it. It's all right. Reality will down on you. But here is something. INEC, 410 or 12 days later, they cooked their figure. A figure that somehow aligned with those who propagated religious and tribal politics that eventually they have deviated to other people. Blaming people, say, oh, they don't like us because we are Muslim. Look at them. They didn't vote for us because we are Muslim. Do you get that? And that narrative has now gotten into the heads of the Lagos Abobakus, the Jaga Bandits, and the rest of their clans. Unfortunately, now go still be the victims of your own different choices. But again, we'll come back to that. I want to take you. It has started though. Are you listening? The comical relief, the joke have started. So over 400 days after Kolu said he wants to be president. And then he went on to meet the Afenifere leaders, Baba Adebanjo. And he told him that whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah? So, at a point, Kolu said, I know they don't like me. And because of that, I never bother myself to go onto the social media. So, social media became the opposition to the establishment in Nigeria at a point, and still probably is. So 4 a.m. this morning, when majority of you were probably sleeping, Mahmoud Yakubu announced this.
That Tinubu Bola Ahmed of the APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Thank you.
So Tinubu scored over 8 million votes that they wrote for him. Obi scored 6.1 million votes. And Atiku scored 6.8 million votes. Kwakwanso scored 1.2 million votes. And the three of them rejected Kolu as the winner. But when you organize a party for yourself, and then you act that you are surprised, like, you get what I mean? I'll show you. Look at this. Immediately, Yakubu made that announcement. It was like this thing, you organize a party, a secret party by yourself, all right? Then you walk into the room and they're like, surprise! And you're like, hey, I'm so surprised that I won.
Is hereby declared the winner. Yes. And is returned elected.
You get that? Hey, surprise! But somehow there is a gain. When somebody asks that, Mayegun, what do you feel about this whole thing? I said, Baba, I can't tell you how I feel, but I can tell you what everybody will feel. The moment Kolu becomes your president, it is just going to be tears and laugh, or laugh and tears. You know that kind of laugh and tears where you'll be like, when Bokwari was there, before they started hiding him away. You know what I mean? When you see Bokwari, you just be like, when he's talking, you'll be like, God, why? Abi, that of Kolu, it won't allow them to keep him away. Sure, you get, every time you are going to hear from him, you are going to sit down there like this, and you'll be laughing. At the same time, you'll be crying and say, you know what I mean? It will be a mixture of both. I'm not wishing you bad, okay? I've told you many times that I will always wish you what you wish yourself. And as for this one, it'd be like, say, the drama I've started, though, is first speech in brief.
This is a serious mandate. I hereby accept it. That mandate to serve you, be your servant, and not be your leader. to work with you and make Nigeria a great country. I take this opportunity also again to appeal to my fellow contestants to let us team up together. It is the only nation we have. It is one country that we must build together. We work together to put broken pieces together. We must work for the unity, happiness, and harmony. We must not act like that orchestra that has no direction of a conductor. We and we have elected a conductor named President-elect. Let's collaborate to create a symphony that will make the rhythm of music and prosperity an history for our country. We have what it takes. We have what is needed. We're going to chart the path together. We are going to embark on this journey together, united. No one is too small to be creative. Inshallah, we will work together. And we pay attention, undivided attention to your education. We will be creative. Credit will be available. Education loan will be available. 4 years course will be 4 years course. No more strike. Your universities will have their autonomy to be able to upgrade your syllabuses and be creative. No more selling of handouts. They must be authors. They must write and create for the nation. I know where it pains. And believe me, you will see the reward. We can do it here. I promise I'll work with you to make Nigeria the destination of returning home to contribute to the development of our nation. Thank you. Thank you. The youth, I address you first. Let me repeat that I hear you loud and clear. What do I say? Loud and clear. Whatever the cause, we are going to chart the path together. We are going to embark on this journey together, united. No one is too small to be creative. Inshallah, we will work together. And we pay attention, undivided attention to your education. We will be great.
Okay. Yeah, I started repeating himself. So let me save you. Some people said that they have reduced the volume of their television and devices and all that. No wahala. I still he has some that they wrote down for him that he was reading from. Maybe that one can. I know it's gonna sound so kind of irritating, like he's just like lying. Yeah, fine. But for the sake of our children that are going to look back in years to come, I think we should keep everything in the diary, right? So it was after this, went on to meet with Yakubu Mahmudu, the INEC chairman. So they gave him their certificate and all of that, and he signed that. So let's take a look at where they did that, because some of you have been like, I know you're raging. I know some of you are like this right now. Abi, you are like, Remember, I told you not to invest your emotion, invest your resources, invest your time or expectation, hope, what have you, in their charade. And I did ask you that, knowing that they will rig you. And some of you were like, no, it's impossible. Lie, and all of that. Okay, they've rigged you now. So I asked that, what would you do? And I've been asking that for months. Not because I wanted you to tell me. It's just to remind you that they will rig you. And they will tell you that, do your worst. What are you going to do? And of course, they are expecting you to do what you can do now. So I know so many of you right now, when Carlos video and all that comes on, Abi, you will lower the volume. And because most of you are feeling like this.
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so corrupt, which
I know, especially some of you Gen Z, because some of you immediately you realize that this is your first time of participating in Nigeria's rigged elections, right? Go and get your PVC, get your PVC. You got your PVC, Abby. Some of you suffered. Chai. You suffered to register. You suffered to get your voter's card. You struggled to get to even know your polling unit. Some of you Gen Z, who are actually participating in election for the first time. Some of you said you are 16 years old, you are 17 years old. In 2015, I'm sorry, in 2019, you couldn't vote. You are 13 years old, you are 8 years old. In this so year, when you couldn't vote, now you participated because they told you that if all of you participate, they won't be able to rig, which is quite convincing. And you give it everything, you give it all. But some of you, when it was the time for you to vote, and so they see bottles, guns, everything everywhere. Some of you that didn't even vote, they have announced the result of your polling unit. And you're like, what kind of a thing is this? And I woke up this morning and I was like, this one at Gen Z. It don't cut in voter's card. You don't need them again. They say our votes don't count. There are those children, those young children who actually really showed interest, believing that they have seen Shege in their short life experience, where they have seen Shege. So they believe that if they participate in election, they will actually kick out the old order, maybe usher in a new one that will actually address their own address their generation. Poor boy. This morning he pieces the card and somebody said, no, this is not right. That PVC is your voice. What about if they need to hear your voice in the future? What are you going to use? Baba, I beg you, may they not hear my voice again. I'm tired of shouting. That's what the guy said on Twitter this morning. And one more Gen Z. You are welcome you're welcome to Nigeria. Okay. Life, they say, is a teacher. Okay. The more you live, the more you learn. The person that you believe stole your mandate or stole your votes or denied you your franchise, well, they've declared him the president regret. So which means there's likely nothing you can do. Because now you're going to see the reason why your parents were subdued. The reason why they subdued your uncles. And they are sounding like the way they have been sounding to you, so many of you, in the last few months about Nigeria. Now you are going to understand that. Okay? You know, when you beat an animal for so long, right? They become like obedient. They become like submissive. That's what they did to your parents. They did that to our parents. Honestly. It's a bad thing. It's so terrible, right? So heartbreaking. Imagine how many disappointments your parents faced because they were told to believe in Nigeria, right? Until they became submissive and they gave up. Imagine that at your age. So you're welcome. So the person you believe stole that don't give a damn about you, okay? They don't give a damn about you. So here they are. They are happy. Their supporters are happy. They have the certificates. And they said you should come and work together with them, even when they have nothing in common with you. Their supporters, there are people who died, though, for trying to get Bukwari to make him president, too. You see, those who died seem to be the lucky ones. In 7.5 years of Bukwari, thousands have joined them, not because they died naturally, but because they were slaughtered by the same people that made them to elect Bukwari. I'm not wishing you anything bad, okay? I just feel like you deserve better. But look at their faces. Those are those who are going to decide your future. And for a starter, please, when they take you to the farm and the rest of those jobs they promise to give to you, trust me. No, I said they are laughing at you. Look at them. They are laughing at you. Do you get that? So when they take you to join the Nigerian army, please don't be like this guy. Please, I'm going to beg you. This is cassava, right? Cassava is the raw, what do you call it? The raw tuber that you have to clean up. You have to, peel off as well. And then you have to grind it. Then you have to squeeze it and make it into gari. Cassava gari ewa. Please don't be like this guy. And I actually pray that your situation will not get to a point that you will be impatient. That when you see gari tutu, you will rather like that. Because a lot of people who actually voted for change in 2015, you know what happened? I know that you don't like this country, Mayegun. I know that you don't like this country. You hate this country so much. You always wish evil to happen to this country. I said, okay. Hang on. If na me, they wish evil on Nigeria. That's why evil is happening to Nigeria. I am one, Abi. 15 million of you, that actually want Nigeria to be great and well. Are you saying that my own wish is stronger than all of your own wish for a better country? Okay. They say Nigeria population is 200 million. Abi? From everywhere, 210 million. 200, you don't even know. It's okay. You won't know because nothing is real, by the way. If those of you who wake up every day alone to pray for better life in Nigeria, which I believe that more than 99% of you actually does that. If to say now wish that they take provide security, if to say now wish that they take create jobs, if to say now wish that they take stop corruption, If to say now which country they take become great, Nigeria will be the greatest country on earth. So even if my own wish is bad as you think, what happened to your own wish? Your own wish no good. Maybe you have been wishing for Bukwari to succeed, only for you to end up in the bracket of the 133 million multi-dimensionally poor Nigerians, courtesy of APC. I mean, I could go on and on, but I don't want to gloat over that, right? Whatever you do, please, don't eat your agbado raw. And then remember that you are also responsible for your own choices, okay? I just thought I should remember. I mean, I should let you remember that or remind you of that.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
However, after showing, before showing Bukwari, after giving that, funny speech today, it was longer, but we won't be hearing all of that. So they gave them the certificate to sign. This was the ceremony. Then he spoke. Then we go to the opposition that said they are not agreeing or accepting it. This was Kolu.
We shall come. Hello?
Alpha, sweet. Alpha. Let's try.
Jagaban! Jagaban!
The beautiful first lady. The first lady. Push now.
Nice one, sir.
Upper PDP. You have taken now, allow others to take.
I'll send for you.
You have taken allow others to take.
I'll send for you. You send for you. Collect my number, WhatsApp number. Look at me. That's him. Not that you not allow photo journalists to shoot their own. That's why we not take photo.
I mean, you already start the road with it. I mean, keep it most
This is how Francis don't go to your house.
okay. Speak up here. I know you. I know you.
I mean, you shouldn't have dragged my collar from back. You touch me like this.
Spontaneous reaction.
That's spontaneous reaction because I'm live.
If you didn't touch me, how will I know?
Thank you. It's my pleasure to now invite the Vice President-elect, Alhaji Kashim Shettima, to step forward.
Let me take position. Madam, those allow us to do our work. Take care. Look here. This person. Look here, sir. Look here, sir. That's your vice president. You are pushing it, please. Hey, guy, I'm not pushing like this. Sorry. Look up, sir. Where is signing? Hey, guys, just for the kind thing you do. I think it's allowed. Oh, okay, sir. Waiting happen again.
So the president neglects and the vice president neglects. Anyway, all pun intended, by the way, so that if you are feeling like, why can't you just say congratulations to them? Baba, show ya weary, show mad. Hey, you said this man will never win. Somebody said that I said he will never win. Or I told you that if you are underrating him, if all of you are aware of what you are up against, you will be preparing for the post-elections. Not that the actual election itself, because you have no idea who Tinubu is. And some of you are actually about to find out. You're just about to find out. In 2015, somebody said that Bokwari was jobless. And then the Nigerians gave him job. And just after that, millions of them became jobless and they have to leave the country. So that is all about when it comes to choices and all that. However, I have an advice for some of you, okay? This is not prophecy. For those of you who have been following Mayegun very well, I'm not talking to the newcomers who are likely just going to, you know what I mean? Don't worry, you will learn. Is this. yes, you will see reactions. I said something last night. I said, if they don't declare him, and then you erupt into reaction into the rigged elections, right? You will cause a great upset because his own people who have perfected everything as well, they're not going to go quiet. And by the time the two sides clashed, left, right, and center, Bokwari's prayer is answered. But it was 4 a.m. this morning. When many of you are still sleeping, it was declared President neglect. Now, let me now tell you something about Nigeria politics. Politics 101 that always defies all logic. Politicians may tell you, campaign to you, in fact, incite you on numerous fault lines like religion, tribe, ethnic, class, and other different state-backed profiling. Politicians will use all of them because they created them. And they all know their different audiences that they speak to. They don't have tribe. Nigerian politicians don't have tribe. They don't have religion. Okay? They don't have anything they are loyal to. They are only loyal to their interest. And because in Nigeria, it is a winner takes it all establishment. Majority of those who are going to tell you, we no go gree, we no go gree, we no go gree, we no go gree. Behind the scene, they just wanted Kolu to see them. Behind the scene, they will also use you to further finalize and position themselves for a possible reward from Kolu before they finally shank you. I'm not saying that I can actually tell you what is going to happen. But I can tell you the pieces of how they are going to go to all together, and eventually nothing. Because from what I have seen, the whole transfer of the implosion of Nigeria has been transferred to Kolu now. And from then on, it has been transferred on the Yorubas. Whether you support him or not, you are going to bear what the Northerners bear under Bokwari, even when they are victims of Bokwari's government and policies. Unfortunately, it is going to be the turn of the Yorubas. What I'm saying here to you is this. The moment they announce somebody as somebody who is going to get the power, it's work like magic. Because it is the foothold and the base of what Nigeria was built on. Politics of interest. They have a name for it. When I remember the name, I'll tell you. Practically, everybody identifying as opposing to what is happening right now, they are also working behind the scene to get their own place on the table before they abandon the whole thing. There are those who are likely going to come back to you and say, you know what? Don't do anything. Just go to court. Go to court, go to court, go to court is going to be the next thing. And at the end of the day, they will wear you out. Wear you out. Since Nigeria is already showing you shaggy, you're going to have to go back to your life since they said don't do anything. Okay, don't worry. We know what we to do now. We're going to go to court. Let's avoid crisis. Let's avoid this or that. Because behind the scene, they have started aligning. But you don't know yet. Just give it time. So immediately they gave him, so whatever happens, my own thing is that manage your expectation, as I say all the time. You know, I say that all the time. I am saying this to those who actually have some expectation on whatever they are doing in Nigeria. I don't. I'm just a pundit. Somebody who is going to tell you that you are the reason why Nigeria hasn't broken up. A lot of you right now are the reason why Nigeria is still fraudulently being forced and fused together. And rigged election will continue to be your lot. Whoever is going to whoever can out-rig will always be the ones to, the crook or the gang that are able to out-rig one another will always be the one to control your government. And the reason is because you believing that you can save Nigeria by participating in their own game. They write the rules. They appointed the people who are going to play the referee in that game, right? They cited the locations where the game is going to be played. They also are in charge of the same materials, jersey, football, whistle, flag, and everything you will need, including the goal post and the net. They organized everything. Then you put on your own beautifully designed jerseys with your well cut and an articulated team to go and face them in their game. I mean, the reason why I keep saying that to you is that if you are one of those, you are still one of those who believe that Nigeria will work, you will fight for this, we have to fight for this, it's fine, okay? At least you are doing something great, you're doing something. There are people who are just sitting down complaining, not doing anything, okay? You are doing something. However, my advice for you is that always manage your expectation. It is Nigeria we are talking about. The worst will always be lead. The worst will always lead the best. They say the worst of us, the worst among us, are those ones leading us. Touts will be more powerful than policemen in Nigeria. Policemen, policemen will be second to the Agberos in Nigeria. But that may be like so far-fetched, Abi. Of course, impossible, Abi. Don't worry. You haven't learned anything from Bokwari. Now, this one is not Bala Bulu Bulu Bala. I think they wrote this speech for him. That is his speech as President Reglet of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His first speech